Hello, my name is Jason Colazo. I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I live in the Logan Square area. I'm 23 years old, and I currently attend school to be a makeup artist. Well, I think when you're gay, you kind of just always know. I always knew since I was a kid. I remember being in kindergarten and, like, being in love with my best friends. Yeah. And then, like, coming out was pretty easy. I was 16 when I came out, and my mom was really accepting. Actually, when I came out to her, I told her I was bisexual, and she laughed at me and was like, "No, you're gay." And I've always known. Yeah, so that was easy coming out.
I said, "Oh yeah, I already know." He was like, "You do? Why didn't you ever tell me anything?" Well, I was supposed to tell you. I was like, "No, I was just waiting for the right time." I told him, that I loved him and it didn't make a difference to me. Right. He's my son. I love him no matter what.
I consider myself a female illusionist because my job and my goal is to look as much like a female as possible. I feel like drag queens are known for having like really colorful wild hair and really, really loud makeup. And I don't do that. I try to look as feminine as possible. You know, I want to have hips and I have long hair and it's a normal color, not green or blue or pink or anything of that nature. When I was 17, I had a best friend, and he was, like, convinced I'd be, like, the next RuPaul. And I never even had the idea of dressing up. I mean, I appreciated female illusionists, but it wasn't something I thought I would do. And one day we kind of just made a bet. I don't even remember why we made the bet. I know it was, like, based on some sports game or something of that nature. And I lost, and if I lost, I would have to do a show, and of course I lost. And I did a show, and I fell in love, and I have been doing drag since. When I told my mom I wanted us to dress up in drag and do a show, her response to me was, "How much is that going to cost me?"
One day we were talking, and he told me that he wanted to start performing. And he says that he was going to start doing drag. So we went to the store, and I bought him things. I started buying him.
And are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I, bought him makeup, bought him shoes, but that's fine.
She didn't care, no. She's actually gone to plenty of my shows, and, like, when I've done pageants, she's gone to them. She's bought me girl clothes. When I'm in drag, she calls me her daughter, like. Well, as a male, I'm no way, shape, or form how I am if I were Leah. Like, I watch football, I do masculine things. I mean, I have gay tendencies, of course, and feminine tendencies, but the person I am, my mannerisms, the way I speak, the way I carry myself, everything about me changes from male to female. Like, I can't walk the same because that'd be crazy looking. Everything, the way I speak, my hand mannerisms, the way I sit, everything is completely different than it is when I'm a girl. I usually only dress up as Leah to, like, go to work. So if I'm working at a club, if I'm doing a show, I'll get dressed up. Aside from that, it's far too much work, far too much shaving for me to even be bothered with it. So I kind of just avoid it aside from if I'm not getting paid. I mean, it's something I love doing, but it's definitely just my career. I have no intentions of being a female or anything of that nature. Yeah, it's definitely just my job. And I don't live my life as a girl, and I don't want to be a girl, so I don't feel like my job should follow me all day. When you do what I do, for as long as I've done it, you kind of just get an appreciation for it. I mean, I still, like, love the feeling I get when I go on stage and people react the way they do. And they're blown away by me. Or it's someone's first drag show and they come to me like, "Oh my God, you're the first queen I've ever seen. I love you," and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's worth it. I consider it like an acting job, so I'm kind of just in character when I'm Leah. The process is like, oh my God, it's so long. I have to shave every single section of my body and make sure that it's hairless and feminine looking, and I have to lotion up after that and make sure my skin looks soft, and it's a process. Makeup is about an hour long. It's work. It's definitely work. I mean, I have to hide a beard. As you can see, I have full facial hair. Yeah. So once that's shaved, I mean, I still have traces of it. So I have to hide that. Makeup is about an hour. It's definitely work. Um, I do drag because it kind of just mix a love of my passions and puts it in one. Like my love for fashion. I have the ability to make costumes, so that's that. And then my love for makeup. I want to be a makeup artist, and this helps me play with makeup. And then there's performing. I've been professionally trained to be a dancer since I was 14. So it definitely puts the spotlight on me.
He's an excellent performer, so I'm proud of my son. And as Leah, she's, she's wonderful. She's good at what she does.
I want people to understand that me being a female illusionist is just my job. That just because I get in girl clothes for a living doesn't mean that I want to be a girl or that I'm less of a man than anyone else. I'm a human being just like they are. At the end of the day, like, it still swings. I mean, I love the same thing most men love, and when I'm a girl, it just happens to be a different person, I guess.